Welcome to Tea Time, the only video game show that answers the questions no one cared enough to ask. This week's show is brought to you by Pilgrim Hats, because if you're gonna commit genocide, at least do it with some style. But of course, the Pilgrims are also known for celebrating the first Thanksgiving, and since it's that time of year, I'd like to propose a question. We've got plenty of options when it comes to video game birds. On the mobile side of things, there are the Angry Birds, and on the other side with the real games, everybody loves the cuckoos from Legend of Zelda. But before we can really dig into this answer, we need to bring out my guest for this week. So please welcome my favorite bird of them all, straight out of Banjo-Kazooie, it's Kazooie. I gotta say, this is really exciting having you on the show, Kazooie. You know, you're from some of my favorite games of all time. Now there's the rudeness I fondly remember. Now let's get on to it. As far as which bird we should serve at Thanksgiving dinner, there are three main qualifications. One, the origin of the birds. Thanksgiving and the turkey are symbols of America. Two, the tradition of the birds. There's a reason why we still use the turkey today. And three, how good they would actually taste. We don't want to be eating any giant crows from Dark Souls. So the question has three parts, and funny enough, so does the answer. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, the legendary birds from Pokemon Red and Blue. Are you saying you want me to eat you? Alrighty then, here we go. First up, the origin. The legendary birds are as important to the first Pokemon game as any other element, no pun intended. They are natives of Kanto, with Articuno in the Seafoam Islands, Zapdos at the power plant, and Moltres at Mount Ember. When you think of that region, you can't help but think of them too. They're inseparable from their games, and for that reason, they set the standard for all legendary Pokemon moving forward. I'm sure you did, Kazooie. Let's move on. Let's talk about tradition. Unlike Thanksgiving itself, the legendary birds are beloved all over the world. So why is that? Well, it has to do with their naming conventions. In case you never realized it, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres are puns on 1, 2, and 3 in Spanish. That gives them an exotic quality to English speakers, and in Japan, their names are pronounced Freezer, Thunder, and Fire. So no matter what language you speak, the birds' names are different and alluring. Alluring is a big word. Let's just move on to the next point. Taste is probably the most important thing here. If we're serving a bird at Thanksgiving dinner, we want it to be delicious, like turkey. If I had to guess, Articuno probably tastes like leftover fried chicken, like the kind you just eat at room temperature or grab out of the fridge. Zapdos probably has a kick like hot buffalo wings, and Moltres probably has a saucy taste like chicken parm. And now that I've made the legally required taste like chicken comment, I think we're done here. Yeah, I bet you do. Give it up for Kazooie, everybody. So that's my answer. The best birds to serve at Thanksgiving are the legendary birds from Pokemon Red and Blue. Oh, and I guess Pokemon Sun and Moon are out now too. Good timing on this episode, if I do say so myself. But thank you all very much for watching. If you have some sort of obscure topic or crazy question you want me to dive into, go ahead and leave that comment below. I love reading those every time I post. And in fact, I'm actually working on an episode based on one right now. And if you want more videos and podcasts and articles and fun stuff like that, head on over to LaserTime. We've got all sorts of hashtag content. Thank you again for watching, and as always, let's go play some video games.